In this video, we're going to take a look at the normal distribution. Now remember that the normal distribution is a continuous function which is symmetric or bell-shaped, and its peak is at the mean. And it's also known as the Gaussian function. Now the normal distribution has two parameters, mu and sigma, where mu is the mean and sigma is the standard deviation. Now all this means is that those two parameters affect the shape of your function. So the standard deviation sigma just affects the spread of the curve, whereas mu, the mean, is the center of that normal distribution. So I want you to go and plot a rough sketch of the normal distribution with the following parameters. So for the first one here, plot the function where your parameter is mu is 0 and sigma is 1. Also plot another normal distribution with mu of 0 and sigma of 3, and plot a third normal distribution with mu of 2 this time and sigma of 3. I want you to pause the video now and plot all three of them right on this axis right here. Remember that the mean is the center of the distribution and sigma is the spread of the distribution. So for the first normal distribution, here with the criteria of your two parameters mu of 0 and sigma as 1, I'll do this in purple. So your spread of the distribution is at 1 and mu is 0, so it's centered about 0. So the peak of your normal distribution will be at 0, and the spread isn't very widely spread, so it's going to have a big peak roughly like this. It's going to come back down, and it's symmetric on both sides, and it's continuous on both sides as well. Now for the second normal distribution here with the parameters mu of 0 and sigma as 3, well, the only difference here is that your spread of the distribution is larger. So your distribution should look somewhat the same but more spread out. Now it's still going to be centered around 0 because that's the mean of your distribution, and so a rough sketch would look like this here in the green. Now notice with the green curve, since the spread of the distribution is a little bit larger than the spread of the previous distribution, you'll notice that the distribution won't go as high as the previous distribution did. Now with the third situation here, our parameters mu of 2 and sigma is 3. Well, the spread of the distribution is exactly the same as the previous one. However, the mean for this one is 2, so that just means that your function is going to be centered about 2. So here's 2 right here, and you're going to basically mimic the green curve here, but you're just going to shift it to the right 2 units, and it's just going to be centered here at 2. Now notice here in the light blue that the spread of the distribution is the same as the green curve. The only difference here is that your function is centered around 2 instead of 0.